Hello everyone. In Season of Discovery, there's going to be so many different methods to make a lot of gold, and all these different methods I'll share with you today. The perfect deviate scale, but also deviate scale, are found inside and outside of Wailing Caverns in Barrens. These two materials are needed for a leatherworking pattern that allow you to craft such an amazing build. The perfect deviate scale is what you're mainly aiming for, as this is also the most expensive material that usually sells for anywhere between 50 silver and all the way up to 1.5 gold each. You can easily collect this pattern yourself by completing the quest in the dungeon. Alright, so when I have to farm the materials, I always head into the dungeon so I don't have any competition at all. Once you have got some decent gear, you can easily solo the elites, else you could just take care of all the non-elites. These also have the chance to drop these materials, and you can even skin them for an increased chance. On top of this, all these creatures also has a high chance to drop green items, to drop a lot of different meat that you can sell on the auction house, and many different grey items you can vendor right away for raw silver. One of the best gold making options right now is to farm these pearls, as you need them for the spider silk boots that will eventually give you the best boots in the game as a cloth user right now. So where do I farm these pearls? Well, as an alliance player, I would like to head to wetlands and kill these murlocs. I kill these at around level 24 to 27, as they also have a decent chance to drop high level green items that you can easily sell for maybe 1 to 5 gold on the auction house. To get these pearls, you'll have to open up the clam that you get, and often there will just be meat in it, but there is a small chance that you will find a pearl. The downside of this farm is that there's also a ton of bots at this location, so what I prefer to do is to head a bit more south, right below Minerful Harbor. Here there will be some higher level murlocs, but because they're also higher level, they're also way more difficult to kill, and many bots can't take care of them. What's even better is that the green items you get from these is around level 23 to 24, so pretty much the best green items you can get in the game, and if you for example get a neck or a ring, then you can easily sell these for anywhere between 5 gold and probably all the way up to 25 gold depending on the stats. As a horde, but of course also as an alliance player, you can head to the southwestern part of Hillspread Foothills. Here there will be a location with murlocs at around level 28 and all the way up to 30, so yeah, you will need some decent gear to take care of these. As you're farming the murlocs, you will also be getting fish oil, and it's important you post this on the auction house. This material is needed for a new quest in the game that will eventually also allow you to get a new rune for each specific class. You will also need to collect another new material, the Shredder Turbocharger. This is collected when you use the Shredder Auto-Salvage unit, which is an item you can craft as an engineer. Usually these are way cheaper compared to the other Shredder, but that's also because when you use these, there's a chance that you will not get the material. Nonetheless, then it was definitely beneficial to purchase the Auto-Salvage unit. These are purchased for around 1 gold each, and when I used them and I collected the material, then I could sell these for around 2 to 3 gold each, so a profit of anywhere between 100 to 200%. The location where I like to farm these is right here in Stonetalon Mountains. The downside is of course that when you're playing as an alliance player, there will be a lot more hordes, so there will also be a lot of PvP on a PvP server. Therefore, I like to be a druid or a rogue when I do this. What you also gotta know is that even though someone else kills the target, then you can still use your shredder on it. It's just gonna be one player that can use it, and then the target is also tapped. Another way to farm gold, and this you can start doing at around level 18, is to farm spider silk. This can be done by killing different spiders in the open world, for example right here in Duskwood. I know the sell price isn't that high, we're talking about 10 to 20 silver each, but then again the drop chance is also fairly high and you can sell them quite quickly. And like I mentioned, you can do this farm when you're leveling up at lower levels, so before you even get to level 20. As a horde player, I would farm these in Ashenville. There's a huge area right here where you can farm these stalkers. You can do this at around level 19 and all the way up to 25. Another spot at the same level range is here in Hillspread Foothills. There's going to be a lot of horde players, but what you might also notice is that most of these are also bots, so this allows you to farm honor as you're farming gold at the same time, and this honor allows you to rank up, and once you get to rank 3, you can then purchase a level 25 blue cloak with 4 to all stats. The last location where I also like to farm spider silk is when I get to max level, and this is also in Hillspread Foothills. Not only do they drop spider silk, they also drop many different green items close to level 20, so you can easily sell them for anywhere between 20 silver and all the way up to a couple of gold. Make sure never to winter any recipes or patterns before you have scanned the auction house. Some of them will be rare, even though it might not seem like it. Professions can either use these to level up a profession or make a lot of additional gold by crafting these and posting them on the auction house. And I find it important to remember that Season of Discovery is so much different compared to Original Classic, where a green item in Season of Discovery or maybe even a material might be worth a lot of gold, unlike Classic where you could probably not even sell it. So if you're lucky enough to get a level 25 neck, then you might also be able to sell this for anywhere between 10 gold and all the way up to 60. Another new material that has been introduced in Season of Discovery is the Dark Iron Ordnance. This is collected in wetlands when you kill the elite dwarves at the northeastern part. Because these are elite and the average level is around level 29, then they will also be so difficult to kill, and you will most likely need a lot of BFD gear before you can solo these. Else you could make a 5-man group and simply just farm these for the materials. One thing you gotta know is that the drop chance isn't 100%, so it could also be a really bad farm. But then again, the target is high level, so you could potentially also get a really good high level green or blue item that you can sell for a lot of gold. In Original Classic, I used to winter all light, medium and heavy leather, but in Season of Discovery it's so much more different. These can easily be sold on the auction house for anywhere between 3 to 5 times the winter price, and this is basically because you can craft many different green and blue high level rewards that will be important when you try to raid BFD. So the next time I'm going to level up a new character, then I'll definitely choose skinning. So whenever I kill something, I can either skin it, or if another nearby player kills something and they don't have skinning themselves, then I'll profit from this, even at max level, especially if you find a bot that is just farming different things. One of the best ways for me to make gold has been to also farm chests in the open world. Yeah, there's many different locations where you can find these, and with the add-on Gather Mate 2, you can see all the different spawn locations, so you don't have to walk around and try to also notice these. No, it will simply be shown on your map. Why chest farming is so amazing is because in Thieves there is such a high chance that you'll at least get a green item, but also a fairly decent chance that you'll get a rare item. And when these items is above level 20, then you can usually sell them for more than 10 gold each. Yeah, some of them even all the way up to 50. The main reason why many items are so expensive is because when you get to level 25, you will also get a lot of gold from quest. No, we're not just talking about twice as much compared to when you were leveling, we're talking about 4 to 5 times. So lower level quests, but also quests at level 25, will grant you between 50 silver and some of them even up to 2.5 gold each. So what I'm doing myself is to level up all characters whenever I have rested experience, and then I try to get them to 25 without doing too many higher level quests. So when I get to 25, I will have a lot of quests that I can complete, and in the end it will grant me between 50 and all the way up to 150 gold, depending on how many I have left over. Sometimes you can even purchase quest materials on the auction house, so instead of spending a ton of time farming these, then you can purchase them for maybe a couple of silver, and the reward is way higher, so definitely worth it. Like I mentioned, then I'm going to create many different all characters, get them to an inn and start gaining rested experience, and then just level these when I have a decent amount. That way I will be able to level up quicker and I will not have to do as many quests to level up. So when I get to max level, I'll benefit from this. And this is simply as a preparation for phase 2, so I can purchase my mount and maybe even rare items so I can attend the first raid even quicker. I hope you enjoyed this gold guide. And if you would like to see more of these in the future, then let me know this in a comment below the video, but also what kind of farm you would like to see next. As always, thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day. Peace!